If you're looking for a lighthearted, casual, low-stakes game jam full of sunshine and rainbows, clearly this is not the game jam for you.
You can take off the banana suit. I was sitting behind my computer, just sort of scrolling on my phone, when I saw that Juniper Dev was hosting a game jam.
But Luke, what's a game jam? I don't even know what that is. A game jam is where you compete against others to create a game as fast as you can within a given time limit. I feel enlightened. Thank you.
It's usually a nice little exercise to test your game development skills, but sometimes you even get something cool based on your final ranking. Like for this one, where if you don't get in the top 100, they execute you. Today I'm participating in Juniper Dev's very serious game jam, so you know I had to get a professional team here with no messing around. 3,500 people ended up submitting games to this thing, so if we manage to even get near the top 100, that would be incredible. It's not impossible.
Watch this hydraulic press crush this Lego.
So it's the first day of the jam, and the theme was revealed to be Spin to Win. Now we only have 9 days for this thing, so immediately my team and I started doing some field research. Just kind of looking at what really makes a spin. Might have gotten a tad carried away with the biking, and just ended up spending a really nice afternoon in northern France. But it only took us the first day of development, so it's okay. So on day 2, we took our brilliant research and just started brainstorming ideas. Now Juniper actually said she wanted to have some behind-the-scenes development footage for a possible future video. So Juniper, just clip anything you like.
So, you said something about a spinning guy? We were spinning.
After some back and forth, we landed on the idea of a little wind-up toy where you can spin the key on its back. You'd have to try to escape your toy factory by spinning the key, releasing it, and launching yourself forward. Not that far! I'm so fucking funny! How the game will actually play is something that should be figured out early on in the development process. So, while my team worked on that, I started doodling a little guy.
But Luke, shouldn't you work out the main mechanics of your game before you design a little guy?
And now we would like to hand the word over to Brainless's murderer, Wub.
Well you act like he's all perfect! In the end, we landed on movements sort of like Kirby Air Riders, where you press a button to charge and then let go for some speed. Basic stick and button gameplay that the best games have. Everyone seemed really hyped about the character I designed, so I decided to start modeling it instantly. When modeling, I experimented with different wind-up positions on the body of the character. But in the end, I didn't think Penis Knight was the move, so I just cleaned him up a bit, and he's looking kinda goofy. The next day, my main tasks were giving some animations to the player character and letting my OBS capture this screen for an hour and 15 minutes while I went to the toilet. The rest had already started up a project in Unity, which was our game engine of choice here, since my team's more experienced with it, and I've kind of been on a Godot streak. They'd already finished the basic charging and running movement by this point, and they even got some basic graphics going, which actually looked exactly like the reference I gave them. Unfortunately, I had to ruin it by adding animations, which went brilliantly, but if I'm being honest, I'm actually very happy with how the animations for the little toy turned out here. They're super smooth, like the stick of butter I put in my ass sometimes. Hi, Luke here. Just want to be fully transparent about this part of the video. It is fictional. Okay, none of it is an animated segment. I did not waste a stick of butter, which somehow is the part my parents wanted cleared up of all of that. The only real part about any of this is that I do very much enjoy it. Now, it's at this point in development when one of our team members, Nick, said,
"So, one of the categories we're rated on is seriousness. Shouldn't we do something with that?"
But we all decided to ignore him as usual and continue development. Also, some random guy told us that
the serious category does not matter. My game's barely serious at all.
And then started laughing maniacally and running away, so I trusted him. After a bit of fighting with Pro Builder, I made a basic intro that teaches the player charging, turning, jumping, air dashing, and strafing. Charging mid-air makes you lose a lot less speed than if you do it grounded, so I built the level around charging in the air as much as you can to never lose your boost. Now all we need to do is give it some graphics. Web should upload a long-form video.
Give us more long-form video.
Oh my god, I think Web should upload. Guys, it's normal to have the wine stuck in your ass. When doing level graphics, it's important to get the scale correct. Because you're a little toy, I wanted you to feel small. So for scale, I added an army of men. They're always watching. Oh, there's just kind of just a guy standing there watching over me as I make the level graphics. It's kind of soothing. This is just the first of 3 sections we wanted to add to the stage, because we start in the storage room with the aisle of toys, but then we go to the warehouse with conveyor belts and boxes, and then finally the factory with these mechanical fists that slam down and crush you. So while I got started on level design for the second section, others worked on gimmicks like the fisting and the conveyor belt model. By the way, I think this is the time to mention that all of these people were doing a bunch of stuff simultaneously in the background, and I really couldn't have been able to get this much done without all of their help, so I really want to take this opportunity to just thank them properly. Also because I was drunk the first time. We managed to get level 2 laid out by this point, and I really think the conveyor belt gimmick works very well with the charging gameplay. Fuck. The progress so far is pretty decent, but we're also getting dangerously close to the 9-day deadline by this point. It's not terrible, but the state of the game is questionable, so we kind of had to schedule an important meeting.
Did Julius Caesar expect Brutus to betray him? No.
Julius Kaiser? Like the Rolex guy in the banana suit?
Now, it's at this point in development when one of our team members, Gemma, said,
So, one of the categories we're rated on is seriousness. Shouldn't we do something with that?
and we all went, oh my god, that's a really good point. So not only do we have to finish half of the game in 2 days, we also gotta figure out how to make this fit the theme of the jam whatsoever. Wish me luck, because I'm gonna try my best to do all of it tomorrow. I couldn't do anything today. So it's the final day of the jam, and we have to get a move on.
Damn it.
Thankfully, Keegan was able to come in clutch again and make an amazing soundtrack in like 5 seconds. I didn't even have to use violence this time. She even had time to make a pause menu theme, which I think quality-wise fits with the graphics. It really turned out great, so if you have the time, please check it out on Spotify. Everybody was on their A game today, and we managed to do all in one day. Gemma and I even started working on a little intercom voiceover for the intro that incorporates some of the seriousness theme.
Did you just make a silly face?
I blinked, sir!
The workplace is for serious business!
Oh, my filter! Ow! The recording process was intense, but despite our best efforts, the deadline was getting close, and it didn't look like we would make it. But honestly, that's okay. Game jams are for learning lessons anyway. Very important lessons. So we swallowed our pride, fixed some last minute things, created the ugliest itch.io page imaginable, and uploaded our build. But then, deep in the dark, crooked corners of the itch.io page, we saw a piece of text that would save development. You'll have a 24-hour window after the deadline to fix last-minute bugs and modify your game's page. Oh my gosh. That means we could actually fix all the little bugs and polish the game enough to be genuinely great. So I went to bed. In the end, I think...
Lou, isn't the way you're doing this kind of atypical, and shouldn't you change?
Alright, fine. With the extra time, we might genuinely make it. So let's stay up and finish this game. Fuck yeah. In the end, I'm pretty happy with how the game exported out of Unity. Some people have commented on having frame rate issues, which is weird because on my own laptop it ran fine. But who knows, maybe I'll get to it at some point. We called it Wine in Your Back, which is wrong. But we also got dangerously close to break wine, so it could have been worse. While we probably won't get top 100, I'm at least happy with what we made, and I couldn't have done it without my friends. I did this all by myself. The only thing I'd maybe change is the intro cutscene to the game. Right now it's a decent little video advertisement that kind of introduces the player to the characters and the setting, but I still don't understand what was wrong with our first draft. Hi, I'm Jerry Sock, child expert. In the daytime, I look at toys, but at night, I look at children. And sure, you can call me, the freaky felon, I accept all labels, but that gamer tag is in the past. After 40 years of research, I've made the perfect toy. Introducing Good Night, something I learned children love to hear. And with our no defect policy, you can be sure that those tears will not be falling down your child's beautiful soft cheeks. God, they're soft cheeks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man, this looks really bad on paper.
Hey, sorry for the long wait. YouTube is kind of like brushing my teeth. I've been slacking for a couple months, but I really want to get back into it. If you have any fan art, you can add me on Twitter at WebDeveloper. I'll have it appear at the end of my videos from now on. If you want to see more Game Jam stuff, check out my last video where I had 4 days to make my first Godot game, which went great. That was smooth ride.